Options. Is the log. Okay. Hey, wanna hit up a karaoke place? New Love and Hero songs out. Not feeling up to it today. The story creeped me out earlier. Do you wanna hear it? Oh, sure. You remember Miss Yamaguchi? She wears those big glasses. I heard she's gone missing. What? No one knows where she is? No, just disappeared. Just up and poofed from the library. One of the student librarians said she was researching something there. But then, she vanished. But she's super diligent, right? One of the students thought it was weird that she'd up and leave like that. So he checked in on her. But when he did... yeah, that's pretty messed up. That's a pretty fucked situation. The only thing left was her arm. If he had her really weird... it had a really weird scar on it, so it was definitely her arm. Scar? Yeah. Looked like a dog bite. Showed it to me once. She had no idea where it came from. For real? There was a scar like that on Miki's leg too. Huh? Miki? Wait, that's... the girl who went missing. Yeah. That's crazy. Maybe that rumor is true. The one about the cursed scar. Cut it out, you're scaring me. I hear snatches of an idiotic ghost story. They're speaking seriously, but it's obvious they don't believe a word. They're only killing time. Rumors are the best way to do that. The sun's about to set. It's gotten later than I planned. I shouldn't have stuck around to hear that story. I better hurry. Oh, it looks like he has the same mark on his right hand. So I know nothing about this game. Like, nothing at all. Thunder rumbles in the distance. Yeah, I'm going in totally blind, so I have no idea what's to happen next. A huge mansion is in front of me. Strange. I'm sure I was just... My vision blurs. My ears are buzzing. Ugh. My head's swimming. It's almost like I'm drunk. What time is it? Looks to be sometime in the night. I glance at my wrist, but my watch is gone. Did I put it in my coat pocket? But all I find is a business card. In elegant printed letters is a name. Saya Kujo, spirit healer. On the back is a photo of the mansion. I guess this must be Kujo Mansion then? Kujo Mansion. Saya Kujo. Those names sound familiar somehow. One way to find out. Taking a deep breath, I reach out to knock. I stop when I see something on my wrist. It has that mark. It's a strange scar. When did that? I could just be imagining this, but I feel an icy chill when I look at it. My fist pounds on the door. No reply. A light appears in a second floor window. It's probably too far from the door for them to hear me knocking. I grasp the doorknob and find it unlocked. No point in staying outside, so let's just break in. I'll just go in. Well, it's not really breaking in, it's just entering private property. I'll just go in. I'll apologize on the owner. Yeah, trespassing is the word. That's what I'm looking for. The inside is shrouded in darkness. Small beam of light from the window is the only way I can see anything in here. It's dead silent, except for the constant ticking of a clock secondhand. I must be in the entrance hall. The atrium extends to the second floor. Anyone home? There's no reply to my shout. Maybe they've soundproofed this place so they can't hear me down here. Guess I need to go upstairs then. Staircase is just visible up ahead. I walk toward it, cutting across the hall. My ears catch a strange noise. I turn to look where it's coming from. Someone's there, enveloped by the dark. I think they're staring at me. Hey girl, hello? I call out, but the person remains silent. Gulping, I hesitantly make my way over, trepidation slowing my steps. It's a young girl. She doesn't move an inch as I approach. At least, it seems that way to me. It doesn't look like she's even breathing. A corpse. Great. I creeped myself out. I start to sweat. What should I do? Touch the corpse. With a shaky hand, I slowly reach out and touch her skin. I'm not sure what I expected, but it feels unnatural somehow. Could just be a weird looking doll, like a weirdly realistic doll. Stiff and cold. I press down on her arm and she makes the strange sound I heard earlier. Ah, now it makes sense. I was right, she's a doll. A doll's joints creak when they're moved. That's what made the noise. What a relief, if disappointing. I carefully begin climbing the stairs, making sure not to trip. As I reach the landing, the sharp sound of a bell breaks the silence. It seems to be coming from above me. Looking up, I can spy the outline of a clock. I bet that's what's making the sound. Yeah, I'll just walk right up to it. The noise guides me over. It's an antique grandfather clock. The noise is definitely coming from there. I reach toward the glass to check inside. All of a sudden, it stops chiming. Silence descends, broken only by ticking. I guess it's fixed now, but the timing was a little too spot on. Was it really a coincidence? All these strange occurrences make me uneasy, but I continue on to the room with a light. Stopping in front of the door, I knock. But again, there's no reply. I try again, several times, even calling out, but there's still no answer. I push on the door. It's dark inside. Strange. I definitely saw lights on in here when I was outside. Wafting through the room is an odd smell. It's sugary, like a ripe fruit. Whole room is permeated with it. Some kind of aromatherapy, maybe? It's not a particularly pleasant smell, though. The aroma draws me further into the room. The floor under my feet feels off. It's wet. It dawns on me that I'm smelling something else mixed in with the sweet smell. I know this scent, this metallic tang. Okay, lightning flashes and I catch a glimpse of something. Startlingly grotesque object stretches out across the floor beneath my feet. Something strange is there. Look at it. Okay, that's definitely some corpse. It's so bizarre that I can't stop staring. What is that? Is that like... It's flowers. Fucking weird. Blooming flowers are everywhere. They're bursting out of the woman's stomach, her blood-soaked body overwhelmed with them. I wrench my gaze away, horrified. But the hellish image is burned into my mind. I can feel my entire body shaking. Bile rises. I'm going to throw up. Yeah, okay. In the next instant, the lights are on. Dude, fucking run. Wait, that's not all. The body is gone, leaving only a stain. Fucking run. Get out of there. Jump out the window if you have to. This doesn't make sense. It's a bad dream. At least I'd really much prefer if it was. But the faint smell that remains, the blood-stained crush, any hope I had of that. I beat a retreat from the room in an effort to escape this whole bizarre situation. When I stumble back into the hall, the lights are on in here as well. I decide to have another look around. All the furnishings in here are old enough to be antiques. They match this old-fashioned mansion. A large doll sits on a couch. This must be the figure I saw in the dark. One would easily mistake this for a human if they couldn't see the ball joints. Probably belonged to the owner of the mansion. So, what do I do now? Contact the police? Her stomach was full of flowers, sir, and the corpse up and vanished like a fog. Like anyone would believe that. Welcome to Kujo Mansion. So there is voice acting. The doll moved. It spoke. A different kind of shudder runs through me than the one when I found the corpse. Up until this point, I was nothing more than an observer to all this freaky events. I could distance myself from it, but now, a doll is talking to me. Have I startled you? If so, well, looks like there's only voice acting for some parts. Oh well, if so, I sincerely apologize. My master ordered me to behave as a normal doll until told otherwise. The words are elegant and refined, but her face never moves an inch. She may look human, but she clearly isn't. She slowly folds her hands together, so she can move too. I'm sorry for not introducing myself. I'm called Mary. You have likely seen a number of oddities here already. I see, my master, Sayakujo, was unable to escape from the mark then. Sayakujo, does she mean that corpse? But wait, what's this about a mark? Lady Saya was searching for a way to escape the mark. Were you not also called here because of the mark on your arm? She must be talking about this weird scar. Did Sayakujo invite me to this mansion? When I try to remember, my head hurts. I have something to tell you in place of my late master, but I would like to ask one thing first. Do you know your own name? Well, that was a much simpler question than I was expecting. It's... I break out into a cold sweat. My throat is drying up. Why? Why can't I... Damn it, Amnesia. shocked to find it coming up blank. I see. Then it is as I thought. Somehow Mary knows what's going on with me. Before I offer an explanation, please decide on a temporary name. Things will go much easier if I have a name by which to call you. It's also likely you will find it hard to remain calm if you are nameless. She's probably right. Better to have some placeholder name than continue life as a hollow, nameless being. Yeah, I'm gonna go with what the standard is. Yeah, Yashiki's okay. Same goes for Kazuo. You know, it'd be funny to name him like Nanashi, but I'm gonna stick with the standard name. Oh man. Can even change his looks. Let's go with type 1. I'm Kazuo Yashiki. Understood, Lord Yashiki. Now I shall explain to you about the mark. It is the seal of death. Those who have it will soon die. You do not believe me? I'm certain this sounds absurd to one who has led an uneventful life. However, my master's death proves it to be irrefutably true. The corpse's sweet stench comes back to me. That didn't seem like the work of humans. I'm afraid that the horror of the mark does not stop there. Victims slowly lose their memories until the day they die. They face death, all the while suffering from the terror of losing oneself. Memory loss? That can't be. That'd mean I'm... Yes, the fact that you have forgotten your name proves that death is coming. Lord Yashiki, you will die this very dawn. My memory skipped forward a bit after that. I just remember being completely stunned at what Mary revealed to me. I can probably attribute it to memory loss caused by the mark. The next thing I know, it's cleaned up. I'm lying in a guest room in the mansion, or it's a different room probably. I vaguely recall dragging myself up the stairs and coming here. Must have fallen asleep at some point. Thanks to that, I feel a lot better. I'll die at dawn, huh? Try saying it out loud. It's definitely shocking, but I can't say it feels real yet. Doesn't make sense. Way out of the blue. But if it's true, is waiting for my untimely death the only thing I can do? It might be a good idea to ask Mary more about it. I find Mary sitting in the exact same spot as before. She hasn't moved an inch. I doubt a dog gets bored waiting like humans do. Good morning, Lord Yashiki. Are you feeling better now? I mean, he said he was feeling a lot better. That is good to hear. Since it appears you have calmed down, I would like to ask you a question. What will you do now? I can guide you down only 2 paths. The first is to wait for death. The second is to fight the mark. Can you help me? If that is what you wish, yes. My master was researching the mark. A few days prior to her death, she found a way to escape it. Regretfully, she passed away before she was able to inform me. So she doesn't know anything after all. There is some time yet before dawn. You have a slim chance. Salvation is a thin thread dangling from heaven. Would that you would grab hold of it, and I shall do my utmost to help. What will you do? Guess it boils down to whether I trust her. If she's right about all this, my time on Earth is up at dawn. If I don't want to die, then there's no other choice but to resist the mark until then. If she's lying, I'll be fine when morning comes. But am I really alright with that? People are being killed in nonsensical, grotesque ways. Am I going to turn a blind eye to it? This is a life or death decision. I need to think about it carefully. Okay. Deadly choice. You will be faced with choices that can result in death. There is limited time and your soul power will continue to drain. Time's up or wrong answers will result in game over. So be careful, but also careful. So be quick, but also careful in finding the right answer. Cool, okay. Restoring soul power. Completing a deadly choice will restore some soul power. Accelerated dialogue. Dialogue will be sped up while pressing the L1 button. Certain dialogue cannot be sped up. Backlog. Okay. Auto mode? Nah. Hiding the dialogue window. I can hide it by triangle. Sick. So if I wanted to see the art like that, then I shall ask you, will you quietly wait for death or struggle against the mark? Okay. Let's fight it. That was a very simple choice, but I get it. It's just a tutorial, just to be like, hey, this is how this mechanic works. I've decided to trust you. When has a small blonde loli ever steered me wrong, huh? As you say, Lord Yashiki, then I shall carry out the dying wish of my master and aid you. I cannot do much. Feel free to request anything you wish of me. I made up my mind, but that doesn't mean I know what I should do. I know squat about the supernatural, and losing my memory makes research impossible, but I don't have a moment to lose. A knock comes from the front door. Who'd come here this late at night? Oh my, what a sign of fate. It seems that other mark bearers have arrived. Is it instinct that she knows these things? Maybe she has some kind of mysterious power, being a talking doll and all. I beg your pardon, Lord Yashiki. I do apologize, but could you go greet our guests in my stead? They may experience a shock if a doll such as myself welcomes them. Moreover, while I'm able to move my arms, I am unable to walk. I moved to the front door to greet our guests. You could just use your arms in order to move yourself, can't you? People fated to die, just like me. I wonder what they're like. Who I find at the door are not who I expect to see out that late at night. A high schooler. And a small boy. These kids have the mark? No way. I came to see Professor Kujo. Who are you? I can't say I'm a total stranger since I'm here in this mansion. I'm a relative. Oh, so you're her older brother. Your eyes do look kinda similar. She seems to know Sai Kujo. Now that I think about it, that business card did say spirit healer. Going off this girl's accessories, I get the feeling she's a huge occult fan. I'm Moe Watanabe. I'm here to talk to her about this article she wrote in Uparts Monthly. She pulls an occult magazine out of her bag. Inside is a picture of the mark. The accompanying article says the scar is a soul-inhibiting disease that erases memories. Inquire at Kujo Mansion. This is the same scar, right? Moe lifts her skirt up a bit to show me her leg. Right there on the right thigh is the mark. I think I know what the article means by erasing memories. I've been super forgetful lately. I'm even blanking on my friends' names. That's never happened to me before. Do you think the scar is doing it? That article is obviously bogus. The young boy scoffs. Even kids know better than to believe in ghosts or curses these days. and a high schooler fell for it. You must feel embarrassed about that. But Tsukasa, are you hanging around in front of the mansion's gate? Fess up, or Scar scares you. Tsukasa seems to have no retort to that. He silently sulks. Looks like a bullseye. It's clear they're both mark bearers. I better bring them over to meet Mary. Moe shrieks excitedly when she gets close. Oh my god, it's so cute. It's a doll, yeah? I've never seen one this big before. The craftsmanship is so detailed. It's almost like it's alive. They're both admiring her when... Welcome to Kujo Mansion. What? It spoke? With that, the two new visitors join our number. They enter this monstrous world that hovers on the precipice of death. Mary tells Moe and Tsukasa about the mark once they regain their composure. All about the steady memory loss and their imminent death. Sounds like a ridiculous story, but it gains validity coming from someone like her. Both of their faces pale. Now, if you came specifically here because you believe Lady Sai's article, you must have already experienced the pain of losing your memories. Moe admitted as much earlier, but I can see Tsukasa's face darken. So it must be happening to him too. Hey, Moe, I'd like to confirm something. Where were you when you got the mark? My amnesia seems to be worse than theirs, so they might remember. I'm not positive, but I think my mark might be a curse from Hanahiko. Hanahiko? This name is familiar to me. He's the ghost that the resident children of this town whisper about, correct? My master was interested in him. So, Sayakujo was curious too. Could be connected to the mark somehow. I'd like to hear more about this ghost. As you wish, Lord Yashiki. Then I shall tell you the rumors of Hanahiko. Oh, did you hear that? Oh, did you hear? About that ghost boy all the schools in H City are talking about. Sounds like Hanahiko's back. I heard that he can appear if you peek in the school mirror at night. He'll ask you something. Am I pretty? If you tell him no, you'll be fine, but if you say yes, give me that red stuff then. And then he just disappears. But that's not all. Hanahiko hates adults, you know. I heard that if the person he asks is an adult, they'll die, and not just drop dead. Their blood is drained from them. And next to the corpse is a single rose. A rose dripping with blood. Rumors can be easily manipulated. Passing from one person to another, assumptions and errors mix in. But they also hold a hint of truth. Miss Moe, do you know anything else? I think I probably got my mark when I was investigating Hanahiko at H Elementary School. This has got to be some sort of clue. I should ask her more about it. Was Hanahiko there? I don't think so, but I can't really say for sure. I went to the mirror, but a shiver suddenly ran down my spine. I got spooked and left. What should I ask next? Okay, good. I asked the second one because what if I don't get a chance to ask them all? So I'm gonna do H Elementary just in case that is true. No. We know why she went to H Elementary to investigate, but the mark, that's what I meant. I noticed it later in the bath. A strange scar was suddenly on my thigh. It really surprised me. I realized immediately that it had to be what Professor Cujo wrote about. What should I ask next? It's a good thing you're into the occult then, since you know immediately you can prevent it. My big dream is to write about the occult, so I'd love to see a ghost. Well, you're probably in luck. Well, luck is relative. I found this article in a magazine mentioning Hanhiko was seen there. I figured that place would be easier to sneak in than a regular school, since it's been closed down. I think I have the handle on what happened. No way to know for sure about the ghost, but there's no denying she had the mark after returning home from H Elementary. Then maybe... Tsukasa glances down at his left hand. Mine might be from Hanahiko too. I noticed it after I got home from T Elementary. That ghost was seen in a lot of schools in H City, right? Maybe he's remembered something. Better ask him some questions too. I go to school there. You've probably heard of it since it's the top-ranked elementary in H City. What should I ask next? Maybe around sunset? I was heading home till I realized I forgot something and turned back. No, and I didn't get chills or anything either. Oh, but I think I passed a mirror. I went to the bathroom before going home. I don't think he knows anymore. Your stories are pretty similar to the Hanahiko rumors. Can't be just a coincidence. You must investigate the places where Hanahiko appeared, for their sake as well as yours. Ah, that's all well and good, but what exactly am I investigating? Death and life coexisting. If the mark originated there, then a way to erase it will also be there. You must find it, find the key you need to break the mark's curse. That is the only way to escape. And all of a sudden, a huge burden was dropped to my shoulders. It seems that Hanhiko appeared at 2 schools. Where will you investigate? Here's the thing. If I know my Japanese horror tropes, obviously the one that's closed down. Yeah, that's probably wise. They'd arrest you on the spot if you tried to sneak into a regular school. Middle-aged man who can't recall his name, let alone address or job title. Have you checked your pockets? Maybe you have an ID on you. I'd have no excuses if I got caught. Wanna get going then? Let's do this. Wait, you're coming too? Of course. I haven't given up on seeing Hanahiko yet. She grins at me. Is she really strong, or is this blind optimism? I'm going too. Hey, not you too. Seriously? My life's on the line here. I don't want the reason I die to be because you messed something up. It's pretty bold. Good thing you're cute. But to bring kids along with me is... I understand your hesitation, but the mark does not discriminate, stealing lives of children and adults. If they wish to fight their fate, you should honor that. I suppose human logic doesn't fly when dealing with the supernatural. We'll need to prepare ourselves for the worst if we're going to survive. Please take only one mark bearer with you, however. A large group will increase the odds of you being detected by spirits. I also ask that you not waste time dawdling with others on the way. It is possible unnecessary contact may hasten the effects of the mark. Only engage when absolutely necessary. Keep contact with others to a minimum. Have a safe trip. Selecting a partner. First, select a mark bearer. Do this in the partner menu. Oh yeah, hey mister. Don't you think it'd be a good idea to take notes on what Mary told us? Your memory's getting worse all the time. We don't want to forget anything. I don't know when I'll lose my memory again. I write down all the information I get and keep it in my file. Something in it might just save our lives at some point. New info was added to Spirit File. Important info on spirits will be added to the Spirit File. Check it from your bag. Consult it if you need help. Saving and loading. Save at the mansion or haunts. Return to the title screen from the bag to load. Choose continue. So let's check our bag. We have stats? Okay. So I've on me a letter opener. Stab? I have weapons? Pierce over letter opener, take with the man and saw. Beautiful woman's face is engraved on the handle. The blade isn't sharp, but it can handle soft items. Huh. So, regarding Hanahiko, there is one thing that I wanted. Yeah, he hates adults. So, should I bring Tsukasa with me? Because he's a young boy. I mean, legally she isn't an adult, unless she's lying about her age. But she would also know things about Hanahiko. I wouldn't consider her an adult. No. Partner. Let's chat up. Please head to H Elementary and investigate Hanahiko. Choose whether to bring Lady Moe or Lord Tsukasa with you. Large group will increase the odds of you being detected. Do not waste time dawdling. Okay. Yeah, I get it. Let's save real quick. Alright, this is interesting. Okay. Bring him away. First, we have to get to H Elementary. Mary says we're free to use the car in the garage. The garage is detached from the mansion. The vintage model van and bicycles only accent the elegant interior. Thank God for careless people. The car key was left on the table. Time to go. Hey. According to Mary, you lost a bunch of your memories, right? Is it really okay for you to drive? She looks at me suspiciously. Don't worry, it'll be fine. I think. It'll all come back when I take the wheel. Part of that is to convince myself. But aren't you missing your license? If a cop finds us, we'll have more to worry about than Hanahiko. She's right about that. But our lives are on the line, so we don't have much of a choice. Once the mark's gone, I'll remember. Then, I'll just have to have them reissue it. Assuming I ever got one. Ugh. Now I'm even more worried. Just drive safe, okay? Let's head there. Human bodies are remarkable. Back in the garage, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to drive or not. But the second my hands touched the wheel, I wasn't worried anymore. My muscles reacted quicker than I expected, and it's now easy to guide this monster down the road. But now, thoughts of what I can no longer do start to filter in my head. Hey, mister. My wife pipes up hesitantly. Probably let the silence go on too long. She doesn't seem as cheerful as she was a little while ago. What's it like to lose your memories? It's a hard question to answer. What do you mean? Like, do they all go at once, or a few pieces at a time? What if you're only left with sad memories? I'd hate that. I don't think it works like that, but I have no idea if it's getting worse or better. I don't know what I was like to begin with, so there's nothing to compare to. In that sense, rather than the memories vanishing, it's like everything's been painted white. That's what it feels like. Oh. You sure are mature, mister. Take everything so calmly. The conversation dwindles, leaving only the sound of the tires on the road. Then thoughts start popping into my head again, one after another. I know we have to check out that mirror. What else should we investigate? What do you think? Moe glances over at me. No idea. can't even remember my own name. How the hell am I supposed to know what we're doing? Oh, please. I'm really counting on you. Think whatever you want. I'm talking to a child. I need to show restraint and be a good example. But that's definitely how I really feel. I stared down at the steering wheel. The doll in the mansion, mark bearers. The mark, spirits. And the mysterious deaths. Feel like I'm going to be buried under all the crushing thoughts that keep popping into my head. What awaits me down this dark road? I feel a flutter from the mark on my wrist, like it's trying to warn me. My brain might not be able to understand, but my body can sense it. That death is closing in. If that's happening, isn't the problem anymore. It's more, how long do I have left? How much longer is it? I almost yelled, but I managed to swallow it down with effort. I think we're almost there. Really? It's closer than I thought. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. At any time, it could. It's a lot closer than you'd think.